America, a land of freedom, emerged upon this hemisphere as a horn of plenty for the world's starving masses. And from its heartland emerged the world's breadbasket, the American Midwest. Yet it was through the blood, sweat, and tears of a determined people that Ohio rose up to stake claim to what it has become today, the world's egg basket. This is Eggs Across the Heartland, story of American ingenuity.
The image most people have of the egg industry today certainly isn't that dramatic. Yet the image many have is deeply rooted in the past. Memories of gathering eggs from the chicken coop stand in stark contrast to today's modern egg production operations. New technologies and economies of scale have drastically changed the way eggs are produced, marketed, and distributed. Those changes have allowed egg producers to provide a safe and wholesome, highly nutritious source of protein that nearly everyone can afford. This is the real story of Ohio's egg industry, one that has reinvented itself to assure Ohio's place as the country's second leading egg-producing state and as America's egg basket. Our story begins right here in the Midwest, a region that is almost perfect for growing corn and soybeans. Before the days of mass transportation and freight, that made Ohio and other parts of the Midwest ideal for raising animals that ate the grain, like chickens. Originally, eggs were produced from small flocks of birds. The typical farm family put plenty of eggs on its own table while selling enough to buy the rest of the week's groceries. As time went by, economies of scale made larger flocks more desirable, and two advancements made it possible: better medical care and better designs for feeding, watering, and environmental control. New ways of processing, packaging, and distributing eggs fed consumer demand. Between 1942 and 2002, American egg production nearly doubled to almost 90 billion eggs a year. Today, it's not uncommon to manage thousands of birds on 2 or 3 sites. Yet family farms still predominate. Some of the largest egg producers in Ohio are 3rd or 4th generation family-owned farms. And there are plenty of small farms still raising chickens for their own use. Here in the nation's second largest egg-producing state, Ohio hens lay 8 billion eggs a year, enough to supply every Ohioan with a dozen eggs a week for more than a year. That's a lot of omelets, and a lot of chickens. Ohio is home to about 30 million laying hens and 10 million pullets. Those are hens less than a year old. Besides the thousands of Ohioans employed by the egg industry, egg production helps pay the salaries of those in related industries. For example, Ohio chickens eat millions of bushels of corn per year, and they gobble up more than half of Ohio's soybean crop. That's good news for Ohio corn and soybean farmers. Of course, cleaning up after the birds is a challenge. Egg producers meet this challenge by following detailed environmental plans, which include waste management and soil and water testing. Here's where another partnership with Ohio's grain and soybean producers pays off. Egg producers sell chicken manure to corn and soybean farmers, who apply it on their fields as fertilizer. What becomes of the crop? You guessed it. Much of it becomes chicken feed, closing the loop. Farmers, the ultimate recyclers. Just as important as the environment for people is the environment for the birds. Not only do producers want to avoid disease or needless discomfort for the birds, but stressed out chickens are less productive, just like people. Today, many Ohio producers participate in the voluntary United Egg Producers Animal Care Certification Standards. Backed by 2 years of scientific study, these standards help make sure that chickens live healthier, happier lives. Still, the number one priority of every producer is food safety. Ohio is one of 6 states with an egg quality assurance program, a voluntary initiative that uses testing and monitoring to minimize the risk of foodborne disease. In Ohio, the initiative is a cooperative effort among egg producers and farms, the Ohio Poultry Association, and the Ohio Department of Agriculture. One of the keys to safe eggs is making sure that chickens never have contact with anything or anyone who might make them sick. Ohio egg producers follow the Ohio Egg Quality Assurance Plan, which stresses prevention first. Changing clothes before entering or leaving hen houses, separating chickens from other animals, limiting outside visitors, and routine sanitation are some of the ways Ohio egg producers protect their flocks and our eggs. Now, let's go into an Ohio egg farm and take a look around. Unless you work at an egg production facility, this may be your only chance. Some people are surprised to learn how a typical American layer barn is arranged. Years ago, chickens were kept in large groups, which often led to fighting and injuries to the birds. Today, you'll find most Ohio laying hens housed in climate-controlled buildings using modern cage systems. These cages separate the birds into small groups, which reduces injury, simplifies distribution of food and water, helps with the removal of manure, and provides an efficient way to collect the eggs. After the eggs are collected, they're washed to remove natural debris from the shells and make it easier for the next step, candling. While candles are no longer used, the principle is the same as it's been for decades. Eggs are placed before a strong light in a darkened room. Light shines through each egg and allows an inspector to spot cracks or other defects. Lower quality eggs are removed, and the high quality eggs travel on to be sized, graded, and packaged. Of course, eggs are a perishable food, but refrigerated at 45 degrees, they will keep for weeks. So the next step after packaging is refrigeration. And they stay that way all the way to your favorite grocery store. Eggs are sometimes called the perfect food. While eggs do taste good, some of the less obvious characteristics are what make eggs really special. First of all, eggs are an unusually good source of high-quality protein. When the protein value of eggs is compared to milk, fish, and beef, eggs set the standard. Eggs provide 13 essential vitamins and minerals, including vitamin D, an important aid in absorbing the calcium our bodies need for bone strength. Did you know that recent studies, including one by the American Heart Association, have shown that eggs are also heart healthy, with many benefits and few health risks for most people? Or that choline, an ingredient found in eggs, may help memory development in unborn children. Or that lutein, another ingredient in eggs, appears to reduce cataracts and one type of degenerative eye disease. Eggs are used widely in products you might not think about, like vaccines and pet food. By the way, the Egg Nutrition Center wants you to know an egg a day is okay for both you and your dog. And at a cost of about 11 cents each, eggs are an amazing food value. To paraphrase a famous ad campaign, the egg is both edible and incredible. Eggs are still a great, wholesome addition to the American breakfast, and lunch, and dinner. Even though times have changed, one thing hasn't: America's appetite for the egg. Cheap and abundant, healthy and nutritious, eggs are safe, versatile, wholesome, and good tasting. They provide jobs for Ohioans, markets for corn and soybean farmers, and a high-quality source of protein for all of us. The egg, Ohio's perfect food.